Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Y'all apparently seem to like these Fight Club type decks, so I decided to let a new member into the Fight Club, and we're going to talk about that here in just a second, because it's a card that I think in the preview season, a lot of people wanted to be something, and we argued that it probably wasn't going to be anything, but you know what? I figured if there's going to be a shot and there's a deck that's going to work, it's this one. And we're talking about Barbed Servitor. Now, this card's pretty wild. It's a 4-mana 1/1, so it doesn't sound great, but it does have Indestructible. It comes into play, it gets Suspect, so it can't block, but it takes 2 things to block it because it has Menace. But then, if it deals damage to a player, you get to draw a card and lose a life. But if it takes any damage, target opponent loses that much life. So obviously, if we're playing fight spells, that benefits this card, because we can just deal extra damage to the opponent, and then we can go ahead and draw cards and all that good stuff. So, we'll see how it works out. But the rest of the deck is going to look like the usual suspects. We're going to be playing some Bushwhack, help us get extra land, preferably swamps, so we can cast everything we want, but it is a fight spell. We are also going to be playing Tail Swipe because, you know, obvious reasons, also a fight spell. And then kind of the stuff you need to have, right? Bitter Triumph and Go for the Throat to remove some things. Deep Cavern Bat to just be a nuisance. We are going to play Llanowar Loam Speaker, but mostly because we have several things that cost 4, and we want to see if we can go from 2 to 4 quite a bit. And we'll talk about those 4s here in a second. I had a spot left over, so I ended up just playing like a random Terra Sunder, so we'll see if it matters or not. 3 Preacher of the Schism, we've got a couple of Glissa in here, and then our 4s we're talking about are Barbed Servitor, because, you know, this is one of the reasons we wanted to come back and revisit the deck. Obviously, Phyrexian Obliterator, which is great if you have a fight spell, even better against mono red, stuff like that. Then we have 3 Shieldred, also 4 mana. And then we're going to play some Virtue of Persistence because, well, it's just some life gain and early removal, but also a really good late game to get back even our own Obliterators or Shieldreds. Both are more than acceptable. Now, if you want to check out this deck list, you can go down to the description below. You'll see some blue arrows that'll take you to our Moxfield link, and then you can download it and give it a shot yourself. But if you just want to hang around and watch us have some fun, which is what you should do, lock yourselves in and let's go see if Barbed Servitor pops up and if it's any good. This is not the best, but you know what? I'm going to keep it anyway. Let's go for it. Let's just see why not. We do have 1 early removal. Maybe we'll find some stuff that matter. Oh, against mono red? That could be a mistake. At least we have a Go for the Throat. Oh man, deck's not doing us any favors right now. Alright, this isn't the worst, right? We could Go for the Throat a thing, and then we could, like, I don't know, get Terra Sunder the enchantment. Like, that wouldn't be terrible. Alright. Let's see what we find. Wow, just lands on our first 3 draws. Oh, man. Okay, sure. Let's just pass. That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. Maybe I should have killed that in case they have a Godric here. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, I could have saved some damage. Well, saved a damage, I guess. But you know what, though? If we were to find, like, a Preacher of the Schism with the Tail Swipe, like, that's still legit. Oh, wow! I was going to say, or a Nissa, I was about to say. But, yeah, this is more than fine. I kind of want to try to bait the opponent into spending removal or something here. But maybe I just... Wonder if I don't want to get too tricky here, actually. Let's just kill that guy. I thought about some other things, but there's like worlds where like if they were to attack, then they'd be able to minus to be able to play like a Witchstalker Frenzy or something like that. Okay, that's fair. Alright, now we're cooking. We started a bit slow, but we found all the ingredients to make this recipe work. Alright, opponent. What you want to do now? I'm building up some lifelinkers. We got a Shieldred. We can throw the lifelinker in the way to block something on the ground. Man, this is a heck of a turnaround from the hand we started with, and the first couple of draws being land. This was looking real grim. Alright, they get to fire off that lightning strike, I'm assuming. Which they are. That's a choice. Like, I would still just block with this. Yeah, that was a thing, I guess. Not gonna attack with Shieldred. But I will attack with this because that allows us to get the life linker. Alright, I don't feel like we're in a bad situation here. Oh, they might have found the Witchstalker's Frenzy. Or have a Rage. How much do we believe? Even if they have a Rage, though, right? We take... We'll assume something tramples, right? So this becomes a 6, so we take 5, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't kill us. Yeah, whatever, let's gamble. Let's see it. I mean, if it was a Witchstalker Frenzy, they would have just cast it. So, it wasn't that. Okay, so that went well. Like, that could have went so much worse. Alright, I'll probably start attacking with Shieldred next turn. Oh, we have the same... Oh, we actually had more life that time. I wasn't even paying attention. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll play both of these anyway. I didn't realize we'd gotten ahead on life. This is the best case scenario against the mono red deck. Yep, that's going to do it. Awesome. You know what? I'll keep this because we have a lot of 2-mana things, which could all be reasonable to play for different reasons. Ooh. Yeah, that's got to go. We got to get to lands. But either of these can kill something if necessary. We could try to play a Cavern Bat to just get some information, which I think that's where we're going to go. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Because if we're not drawing land and they're going to counter something, we don't want them to counter our Loam Speaker. That would be silly. Alright, so they have Overcharged Amalgam, wow, and Wedding Announcements. And Sunset Rebel. Wow, this deck is doing a lot of things I would not have expected. I'm sad I don't have a Terra Sunder now. Man, give us a land deck. Come on. Let us go land. I mean, unless they just drew something special, I have to assume they're going to just play the Wedding Announcement here, right? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we found one of the lands we need. Question is, once it gets the next blue, we do have to worry about Overcharged Amalgam, so that's real. Do I wish to kill... Well, no matter what, we're going to attack. I'm just debating if I want to use... Yeah, let's go ahead and use this to kill a fairy. In the turn. I was thinking about using a tail swipe, but I kind of want to obviously save that for if we can sneak through a Phyrexian Obliterator. Also could have got away with playing a Loam Speaker there and open up our mana next turn, but... Yeah, you know, you got to make choices. Alright, Revelry works. Get a card, get some life. Now, this doesn't mean they don't have a counter. It just means they can't play Overcharge Amalgam. But they can next turn. Oh, we got the Servitor too. Dang it. Okay, they don't have any cheap counters right now, though, so that's good to know. Man, I almost wish I would have played the Loam Speaker last turn. Alright, so this is going to get a little weird, because now they can always flash that in. Though, we can always kill it, so it's not the end of the world. Which we may end up just having to do that. Alright, attack with the bat. If they flash it in, we could always just kill it. So it's whatever, you know? So I think we just take our time here. Don't be in a hurry. I mean, you're welcome to counter this, opponent. Okay, in the turn. They're just going to let that happen, I guess. So this gets kind of interesting. If they value that Overcharged Amalgam so highly, it means we will get to kind of just keep doing our thing. And, now we have a Bushwhack. That's a thing. Now I have to figure out, like, how do I bait stuff out of the opponent? See, okay, here's part of the problem. If I was just playing off camera for myself, I would totally just try to run out an Obliterator here because that's threatening enough that they would try to play an Amalgam. Actually, I'd probably play Servitor first. But because I'm making the video and we want to play Servitors, I don't want that to get countered. You know what I mean? So, how do we want to go about this? I could also search for a land to make it easier to do this into this. And that's kind of a thing. So let's go ahead and just bushwhack to go search for a land. See how they feel about it. Okay, they let that go. We'll play that. We have enough life that I don't have to be in a huge concern. Like, I want Servitor to live though. All right, y'all. Just for the sake, I can't do that. I gotta play properly, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, this obviously gets countered finally by the Overcharge Amalgam. All right, cool. Like, obviously, we're not that concerned about it. The opponent doesn't know it. All right, end the turn. Now it's just what other spells do they have that we don't know about. All right, yeah, no problem. You got it. They probably have another Amalgam now that I'm thinking about it. Ooh, Shieldred's cute. All right, this is worth gambling on here. If you got another one, we'll see it right now. Oh, no more lies. That's fine. I mean, it sucks we didn't have land, but, you know, that's okay. Alright, end the turn. We can always try to just kill the Amalgam here, too. I think we will, just to bait a potential counter or something. Oh, they have no counter, at least not a non-creature counter. So that's good to know. Okay, then. Because the type of deck they have, I guess we'll just do this first. And then we'll attack. Alright, end the turn. I'm holding Shieldred because this feels like a deck that's going to have some type of sweeper. I don't know what it is yet. I mean, that said, for all I know, it could just be Wandering Emperor or some other silly shenanigans. Which, you know, that's fine too. We'll just play another Obliterator. Nope, it's not even that. Wow. Okay, then. Wasn't expecting that. I guess if you found a counter, so be it. Nope, they didn't even find a counter. Okay, then. Yeah, sure. I mean, this has gone surprisingly well. We got our Servitor anyway, y'all. Sure. I should have turned some lands into creatures here, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, sure. End the turn. I mean, I was gonna say, if they don't have a sweeper, I don't know what was about to happen. Okay. I'm gonna keep, but this is a slow keep. Okay, that helps a lot, actually. Ooh, Deep Cavern Bat. Alright, you can stay on top. Because now we have a bunch of 2-mana options with this, and we can still play this tapped on 3 and not feel terrible. Alright, we're playing against more Reanimator shenanigans. Alright, what do you got in hand, opponent? Well, I guess we just take this. That's the card we're worried about, right? I mean, I guess we have a kill spell. Yeah, I was going to say, you might as well. How many permanents do they have? Actually, this being, having a Terra Sunder is actually going to be pretty good here, too. So I'm not too mad at that. Bitter Triumph, I don't think we need another one. What's in hand, we're probably okay. What can we do with an emergence here, actually? They could probably do a few things. Good old Atraxa. That's good to see. We could kill an Atraxa. Alright. Guess we'll play this tapped. I'm gonna go ahead and play a Glissa. And the opponent has what they need. Or do they not have green mana? Oh, they don't. This looked like it was a green-blue land for some reason. Oh, so they're still on not in great shape here then, huh? Well, if we can stick a Virtue, we're going to look like geniuses against them, aren't we? That's exciting. Oh, I should have killed that first. Ah, that was dumb. Yeah, I should have done that first, because then I could have destroyed their other card. That was silly. Alright, they still need a green land, though. So, sure. And I don't want to just get rid of that, because if they find a way to get a portal into the yard, I'd feel really crappy. If I... Well, next turn I can attack with the cottage, too, so I don't even know if it matters. Alright. I mean, if the opponent just top decks a green land here, we'll just deal with the consequences. I mean, I wouldn't be able to get rid of the, one with nothing or whatever, but... I assume they're just going to surveil into a green land. Just leave that on top. Like, that's got to be the play here. Nothing else seems like it would matter. Okay. Good news is, we still have a turn to remove something. It's like, what do we find more threatening here? Probably the one with nothing. But we can't do that now. Well, I guess we can still do it. Alright, kind of have to. Get rid of one with nothing. We could, like, Atraxa's annoying, but we could at least kill Atraxa. This allows other silly things to happen that we don't want to happen right now. Sure. Draw a card. Tail Swipe. I don't think that's good. Oh, wait. Tail Swipe with Death Touch is actually possibly going to matter here. So yeah, assume your play is just get Atraxa. That's the only good thing left. And then they can load their hand with another Squirming Emergence, which is annoying. But if we find one untapped mana, we could kill the Atraxa, then remove the Atraxa. Don't know if that's going to be good enough, but, you know, it's a thing. Alright. Come on, we did not get there. So this raises another question. Do we just kill Atraxa? Then what? Kill Atraxa, they get Atraxa back. We'd still force them to get Atraxa because there's nothing else to get. Not of any value. They would take 3, 4, 5, 6 and be at 9. We couldn't kill them next turn, but I think this is still worth it. We'll just pay 3 life. Like, whatever. Puts us both at 15, which means we get both triggers from the Preacher as well. Go ahead and play this. I don't think we have a better creature to play here. Though, if I'd have found a land, we could have actually played Shieldred. I should have waited till post-combat, actually. That's okay, though. Well, we didn't find a... Well, I guess technically we'll still get to draw another one. Yep. There was a land there. Alright, why not? Now, even if you do get your Atraxa, whatever. And if they just put a Phyrexian Portal into play, we don't care. We'll sack the tokens and a Loam Speaker. Alright, they left something on top. I mean, I assume the only play is getting Atraxa. Unfortunately, we will give them some life from the tail swipe. Though we could get really sick and then just like -3/-3, then fight it so they get the minimal life, which is kind of gross, but funny. Oh, not if they get to put a Bitter Triumph in hand, though. That would suck. And we have to fight something we don't control, right? Yeah. Alright, I guess we're just gonna Obliterator. Well, dang it. They have the Bitter Triumph. So what's our next best play? Oh, well. If they're gonna do that and not leave 2 mana up, then we can get away with this. And then we don't even care if they gain 7 life, because they'll just be out of stuff. Okay. They're going to be discarding? This sounds awesome. I am a big fan of these developments. Alrighty then, here we go. Try to do the thingy. Yep, gain your life. Sack your 7 things. And then here's what's fun, because now you can turn this land into a creature. Opponent says GG. Yep, there you go. Yeah, so turning this into a creature means you do get all the creature abilities of it. It's just a 3/3 instead of a 4/4. So at that point, we could also start removing stuff on the cheap. Like, we had enough mana the following turn to just play Virtue Persistence. Like, we didn't even have a good draw, really, to start with against this deck. Oh, excuse me. We didn't have a good draw to start with against this deck, and we still won. Like, I make this request every time we run into this deck on a video, but if you have a good version of this deck that it can win consistently, please join my Discord, send me the list. The description has the link for the Discord, because I keep running into this. We keep beating it, even with bad draws. The only time we lose to it is when we have an abysmal draw, or they just draw like the stone nuts. I don't think this deck is good as is. I haven't been able to build a good version. People keep losing with it when we see it, so I don't know why so many people play it. But anyway, on to the next game. Alright, let's keep it. Alright, let's see what we can do. We have a turn 2 Bat into a turn 3 Glissa. Alright, let's see what version of the deck we're up against that's playing the Epicure today. It is mono red, as it turns out. With us having a Glissa, I think I'm going to take Reckless Impulse, because the rest of their hand is not that great. And if they find the burn spells, like, so be it. We don't care that much. Especially since we already have 4 black mana for Obliterator. Yep, definitely not blocking. Also excellent. Don't hate that. Hey, they found the damage spell for that duder. Fair enough. Alright, here comes Glissa. Yeah, this hand's actually just great against mono red. Like, we almost don't even care what they're doing here with what they've got. I mean, we're at 17 going into turn 4. We're going to play Obliterator and then still have 2 removal, 1 that gains life. Like, that's perfect. And I was going to say, and if they decided to play the Mechanized Warfare, they'd have to be chump blocking Glissa anyway. And I thought they already played a land for the turn, right? So let's play that next turn. Sure, we're attacking. Like, against mono red, I'm even going to lose a point of life here if they let it through. Alright. Draw a card. Excellent. And we'll lose another life, because it's worth it. I feel like this is beginning to lock things up. Because I'll just say, like, what are you going to do? Play Warfare? Like, that's, like, the best thing you can do? Shoot a Glissa if you have a 2 damage thing here? Yep, that'll do it. Ooh, Ooh, a lot of tap lands here, but I think we're going to keep it anyway. I'm going to do this because if there's an untapped land on top, excellent, we'll leave it so we can try to play this Loam Speaker. And then if there's another mono red, maybe we get an untapped land and we just play Obliterator. That'd be awesome. Though I don't think they're going to let us. Oh, we took no damage going into our third turn against mono red. It's like cheating. I'm going to go ahead and search for a swamp here just in case they kill our Loam Speaker, because that's very likely. And then we'll be able to play the Obliterator no matter what next turn. I mean, I say that. We could play Shieldred first, then Obliterator. Like, it almost doesn't matter. Ah! This is not mono red. Good to know the things we know. That is fantastic. Alright. So. I think I'm going to play Obliterator here. Just in case they have a removal. Instead of playing Shieldred that would just die, we get some value off the Obliterator. With the tail swipe, then we could play Shieldred. And we should be good to go after that. Curious what the face down card is, though. Alright, they are not missing land drops themselves. I would love for our Obliterator to get to run into a Cacophony Scamp. That would be a lot of fun. We'll take our turn. Though, do we just have the Obliterator fight something? Nah. I feel like the opponent could also be being very smart and patient as well. And could be waiting for us to use the Obliterator. And then targeting it to kill it. Alright. Cool. End the turn. Oh, wow. Okay, they tapped out. Here we go, y'all. Excellent. This guy has minutes. Oh, wow. Sweet. Okay, yep, that'll end the game. Not gonna lie, I was really curious what this card was. I was not thinking it was going to be this. But, hey, whatever works. This is a weird card, but it allowed us to kill 6 of their things. That definitely was going to end the game. But, yeah, we'll take the win. Ooh, alright, let's try it. Oh, yeah, this has got to be a terrible keep against mono red, right? Well, I mean, Deep Cavern Bat might help a little bit. Alright, Phoenix Chick and a Rage. No, not even a burn spell. It doesn't appear to be. So let's just see what they've got in hand. Do we get to take a Lightning Strike? Oh, this is interesting. I guess we got to take a Squee, right? That's the most problematic card there. Oh, they're going to get to kill our Deep Cavern Bat by making a treasure. Yeah, smart. Well done, opponent. Well done. I mean, on the plus side, we haven't taken that much damage, so it's probably fine. But we need to find one of our big hitters real quick. We could find an Obliterator, or Shieldred. Both would be very good here. I think they're just trying to decide if it's worth it if I have a removal to play the Recruiter first or the Squee. Yeah, we're definitely going to waste this to kill the Squee. I say wasted, it's not really wasted, but... Problem is, they are holding another Witchstalker's Frenzy, so we kind of need it to be an Obliterator. Yeah, this isn't going to be good enough. I mean, we could play it and kill something to just make it difficult on the opponent. which, you know, is a thing, I suppose. Let's think about this. If I use it now, nothing any better happens. Let's just pass. Only difference is if, well, I can still use it before they even declare their attackers to make them spend more mana on the frenzy, but that'd be the only difference. Oh, they're gonna lightning strike us. Oh, wait. If they're gonna lightning strike us, then we can just kill. Okay. Alright. Sure. Now we can't be frenzied. We still take one in the air, which, you know, is a nuisance, but... Oh, deck, why? We gave ourselves every opportunity. You're kidding. Why are you like this? Dang, now I kind of want to use this. But that doesn't help us. I want to be able to gain the life, but then I just lose Glissa. If they get a land, we're just dead. Because I'd be able to do that for 3. And then we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'd be exactly dead. Sadly, we have to use this here. Man, that hurts. Pass the turn. I mean, I could have saved and blocked with the cottage as well, but... oh man, that hurts. Just drawing all this land. I mean, we haven't drawn... I mean, Glissa's the only real threat we've drawn in a minute. Yeah, they're obviously going to attack, kill our Glissa. Which is fair. Yep, as you should. Alright, now if we got Shieldred or a Obliterator, now's the time, deck. Alright, I was going to say, we waited took our precious time. Come on, fight spell. Come on, fight spell. Not that it does much. We only get to kill one thing, but it would allow us to attack with the cottage and use fight something. Or actually, even if we get just a 2-mana instant removal, like, that's fine too. Actually, we need to be exactly go for the throat. Because we don't want to pay any life otherwise. Well, that sucked. That didn't really solve our problem now, did it? Alright, we're going to go with this. This does let us gain the 3 immediately, which is good. So let's go ahead and get rid of Squee. If they can block and kill our cottage, so be it. Alright, end the turn. So I think we're in the driver's seat now, because we're going to go to 9 life. Like, there's not a lot they can do from here. Oh, I say that. They're going to make some moves. Let's see what's up. They tapped and then passed phase? Okay, sure. I'm just, at this rate, even with bad draws, we're beating mono. I'm going to assume mono red just doesn't have clearance in the club. The Fight Club is not friendly to mono red players. I mean, at this point, could I just attack? I can't get too risky to attack, but close to it. We're not quite there yet. Yep. All right, that'll do it. That being said, because we were going to go to 12, I think we could have just attacked there. I think I was being too conservative. Getting in there for 5 more is probably worth it. But didn't matter anyway. We got so far ahead, and we were coming back. But we did that basically on only 3 real creatures. Like, that was a bit of a rough game, but a really nice win, all things considered. All right, let's keep it. I mean, if we find a land, the hand kind of gets to do its thing, so let's do it. I'm going to wait on playing the Land War Waste. Like, I always feel like if you can conceal the options of what you're playing. Oh, wow. So there's a negate, which we don't care about. Temporal lockdown, bad temporary lockdown, but they don't even have the land for it. I guess we take the Celestis. I mean, we can fight the sharks, so meh, right? Like, we don't care that much. Though negate is going to be annoying in those scenarios, but yeah, here we go. No attacks. Like, even if they got another white to cast a lockdown, it's not like the end of the world for us here. No blocks. Oh, you know what's gross? We're going to take out both of these dudes. Actually, let's take out the first one. And since it's bigger now, we can save this the instant one if we want to, but I say we just do this now. Get more damage in. Alright. That works. I mean, they can go look for cards, I guess. Brotherhood's in. You got it. Yeah, that works too. I mean, we can see their hand, so we know what we need to worry about. Which currently is a lot of nothing. And the turn. Alright, you have a Celestis. Congrats. Oh, backup Obliterator. Don't really need that, do we? Double backup Obliterator. Opponent's at 6. I mean, I guess we just play another Obliterator. I mean, they kind of have to top deck the removal here anyway, right? But this way, even if they get a spot removal, they have to be able to kill 2 Obliterators. Alright, game over. Yep, that'll do it. Well, this was interesting because, sadly, I don't even know if Servitor came up in a game where we actually got to play it and haven't do anything. I played a couple of extra games, even after what I recorded, just to... I was kind of waiting to see if Servitor came up in some games so I could be like, hey, you should keep it in the deck or not. But, it only came up in one game that was just like a long, grindy, weird game. And, like, it did its job, but it just didn't really speak much to it or not. So, sadly, Servitor might be the card you want to cut from the deck. That being said, the deck worked out really well just the same. So, I don't know how you feel about it. Overall, the deck is actually still very playable, still very good. If you're looking for an update to the Fight Club deck, here you go. Just playing more Death Touch creatures with Preacher of the Schism, playing some Deep Cavern Bats, but yeah, a lot of those games, as you saw, were kind of easy, and Mono Red apparently hates this deck. If there's anything I would say is maybe making room for another Terra Sunder, if you just want to go to like 61 cards, but otherwise, yeah, that's... I mean, there's enough matchups where Terra Sunder actually really is good, so I don't mind having it, but that's really the only change I would make to the list, kind of as it stands. But this is what we're going to end up posting. So we got 2 Bushwhack, 4 Tail Swipe, 2 Bitter Triumph, 4 Deep Cavern Bat, 2 Go for the Throat, 4 Llanowar Loam Speaker. I'm going to make it 2 Terra Sunder and just play 61 cards because I'm a degenerate. But feel free to cut it if you want. 3 Preacher of the Schism, 2 Glissa Sunslayer, 2 Barb Servitor. However, this could also be 1 Glissa and 1 other removal card, or even something like a Liliana or some other Planeswalker if you want to, if you don't already have the Barb Servitors or don't want to play them. 4 Phyrexian Obliterator, 3 Shieldred the Apocalypse, 2 Virtue of Persistence, 11 Swamp, 1 Takenuma, 4 Deathcap Glade, 4 Llanowar Waste, 3 Restless Cottage, and 2 Underground Mortuary. Now, if you want something a little more straightforward that still beats down and can handle a lot of different decks, check out this updated mid-season mono green we played. I thought it wasn't going to work out so well, but it's actually pretty damn good. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.